What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Welcome back to Moxy Approved. About a week ago, Uncle Luke really showed out in this X Twitter space.
In America and around the world. So you say to Minister Farrakhan, what?
I mean, it was a point where he really went in on Rizza Islam.
So there ain't no Brother Luke invoking no names. I know these people.
So if
I know Musaddiq. I have Musaddiq's phone number in my phone right now.
He also went on Yyvette Carnell.
Let me finish, Drew. Let me finish. Yyvette, you doing it, boy. Boy, Yyvette, boy. Jesus Christ. I know Yyvette's husband can't win no argument, boy. He get ate alive up in there, boy.
And he even let Tommy Sotomayor on. So when I say he went in, that's as far as a lot of drunk slander, cussing.
I can tell you one goddamn thing. Pull it up. Why you got a problem, Mr. Tariq, with Minister Farrakhan and Malcolm X? That I want you to have the same smoke. I want you to say, you say it the same way.
And not letting people explain themselves.
We have a specific.
You were doing good until you took that shot.
Oh my God, I can't. You all can't.
But no. What you do is,
Well, we saw the play pretty early. It's pretty apparent that he was on some type of Democratic payroll.
People would say that, and I'd say, you know, I went to Howard University, and let me just tell you what that is. If you stand in the middle of the yard, looking around campus.
This was first pointed out when you can look on his Twitter page and see that he primarily did a news interview with Kamala when she was running against Joe Biden for president.
Let's put that in its place. And so the frustration, to be honest with you, is that, you know, sometimes I'm like, look, I am not running to be Black History professor. I'm running to be president.
Right.
And you all need to figure this out. And you need to figure out the diaspora. People would say that, and I'd say, you know, I went to Howard University, and let me just tell you what that is. If you stand in the middle of the yard, looking around campus, you'll see young Black students who are walking around in lab coats. They're in the School of Medicine. Over there walking around with briefcases. Over there in leotards is the School of Fine Arts. Over there, right? And so your limited view of who people are, don't put that on him.
Now, he can easily say that that's Republican propaganda because he challenged her on a few points in this interview. But over the weekend, we discovered the real reason on why he did such a disrespectful interview with a lot of people from the FBA ADOS community, because that was the topic of it.
On my mother's side is from the Bahamas. No. You're gonna tell me because my daddy is from Jamaica? No. And then it gets worse. You're born here in America. Then that becomes the definition of Black American. You're not a Black American. Okay.
Not these PFDs, nothing like that. The topic was FBA, on why we're not accepting Kamala Harris as one of our own.
Comparison between Malcolm, the minister, and Kamala as a premise to go between why we should or should not say this person can speak on behalf of Black people, I do not find to be fair, and I don't find that to be at all, I would say, logical.
Well, it turns out that Uncle Luke, he was pretty much collecting talking points about a week ago during that interview, just kind of seeing some of the questions he needs to answer for his new ABC interview in support of Kamala Harris.
So joining us now is a man who knows a thing or two about politics, Miami hip-hop legend and First Amendment fighter Luther Campbell, aka Uncle Luke.
He did manage to go on there not drunk.
You know, this race is about, hate, and it's about hate and it's about goodness. I mean,
But you could tell just from the way he was answering questions that, yeah, he wanted to check the temperature out there to see what are some of the answers he should provide in this new interview. You can check it out yourself. But before we get in this video, please do me one small favor, apply pressure to that subscribe button.
continues to ramp up. The conversation over Vice President Harris and whether she will earn the vote of young black men continues. Uncle Luke, good morning. I interviewed you several times when I was a reporter down there in Miami, so it's good to see you again.
Hey, it's good to see you too, Gio.
Oh, all right, man. So you go way back with Vice President Harris. You actually went from being against Harris in 2019 when she first ran to being pro-Harris now. So today you continue to support her. Why?
I mean, it's important to support her right now because, this race is about, hate, and it's about hate and it's about goodness. I mean, if Donald Trump gets elected, he already said, he'll allow police officers to have full immunity. And we know police officers are killing innocent black men and women all across this country right now today, and thank God you have some different municipalities that are fighting back and putting these officers in jail. But for him to be the president, it's an all-out attack on me and my children and everybody else's black kid in America.
Her identity has become a talking point not only for her opponent, former President Trump, but also some in the black community. This is a topic that you've personally asked her about. Why do you think this is such a hot button issue for some people?
Well, it shouldn't be. And just like you say, I asked her about it when I interviewed her. She's a down-home sister. I mean, at the end of the day, when you talk to her, when she went to the HBCU, she grew up in Oakland. It don't get no blacker than anything in the world when you grew up in Oakland, no different than Miami. Going to HBCU, pledging AKA, fighting for African Americans' rights in San Francisco and in California. I mean, it's a stupid argument, but at the same time, it's the same playbook that the Republican Party used against Obama.
So I heard a lot of different talking points. Some of the same ones I heard spoken on X against him when he held that raucous X space. The funny thing about it is you can have someone like Luke on the news explaining for people why Kamala Harris race or ethnicity shouldn't be a talking point for this presidential election. But when Kamala Harris herself is asked this question, she ain't really got no answers.
But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Now, okay, tired old playbook. But obviously, you've been online, you've been in communication with people such as Uncle Luke to see that this is a talking point amongst a sector of the African American community. But yet, man, y'all figured it out.
Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
One thing's for sure is that Uncle Luke, he's running the same playbook that the Democrats been running for years. And I'm gonna leave this like I left it last time, because he was mentioning Louis Farrakhan and Malcolm X.
That you've been saying it on your platform. It applies to Minister Farrakhan.
This is what Malcolm X has to say about democracy.
It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump.
Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved.